Increasing function. A function is said to be increasing on an interval if for any two numbers let x1 and x2. If x1 less than x2, then f of x1 is less than f of x2. Decreasing function. A function is said to be decreasing on an interval if for any two numbers let x1 and x2, if x1 less than x2, then f of x1 greater than f of x2. Now let's check how can we find whether a function is increasing or decreasing in a given interval using first derivative. A function f of x is increasing on an interval if f dash of x is greater than 0 for all x in that interval. A function f of x is decreasing on an interval if f dash of x is less than 0 for all x in that interval. Now we can go through some examples. Find the intervals in which function f of x equal to x cube minus 3x square plus 2 increasing. Step 1. Find the derivative of the function. Here f dash of x equal to 3x square minus 6x. To find critical points, equate first derivative with 0. 3x square minus 6x equal to 0. 3x into x minus 2 equal to 0. Hence, we get x equal to 0 or 2. So, critical points are 0 and 2. Now, we can divide the number line into three intervals that are minus infinity to 0, 0 to 2, 2 to infinity. Now, we are going to test the sign of f dash of x in each interval. On minus infinity to 0, 3x will be negative, x minus 2 will be negative, therefore f dash of x will be positive. Since f dash of x is positive, function is increasing on the interval minus infinity to 0. On interval 0 to 2, 3x will be positive, x minus 2 will be negative, therefore f dash of x will be negative. Hence, on interval 0 to 2, function is decreasing. On 2 to infinity, 3x will be positive, x minus 2 will be positive, therefore f dash of x also positive. Since f dash of x is positive, on interval 2 to infinity, function is increasing. Now we got on minus infinity to 0 and 2 to infinity, function is increasing.